There's no hiding from the camera anymore, Marcy.
I know.
Where is the camera?
I'm used to these
Madam
owls.
Chair, it's right there.
I'm used to these owls.
Madam Chair, your meeting is live.
Then I call the April 20th meeting of the Urban Renewal Agency to order, and we'll start with the roll call, which I don't have a list of, but I see Marcy is here, Terry is here, I'm here, Midge. I believe that Tara, are you here?
Yep, I'm here.
I see Myrna. Jeff will not be here.
Yeah, Myrna's not on your board though. She's here, but she's not one of your roll
Correct.
call.
You're absolutely correct. But she's part of the roll call though, is she not?
No.
She's not
She's not part of the roll
Just
call.
acknowledge she's here.
Well, she was now, but that's because you called her.
Okay. If we have a quorum, we can approve the minutes of March 16th, if somebody will move to approve them, or if they're commentary.
Since I wrote them and I'm not a voting member, I can't make the motion.
Are you not a voting member?
No, because I'm the representative on
The
planning
planning.
board.
It's a non-voting.
It's a non-voting, I have a non-voting role now.
Is mine also non-voting?
No, you are a voting
No,
member.
Oh, okay.
You weren't excluded.
Oh. Well, I actually wasn't at that meeting either, so.
But
I'm
surely you
not-
have read the minutes.
I have read the minutes, but legally I can't approve.
No,
it.
actually, you can.
I can?
You can. You can basically vote confidence in the system, even if
Okay,
you are not at the
sounds
meeting.
great.
So.
Then I approve the minutes of the March.
You move to
16th
approve, is
meeting.
there a second?
You have.
I will second, all in favor?
Oh,
Aye.
yeah, second.
Thank you, Tara.
I don't really know
Okay.
what I was doing, but I was trying to help out.
Approving the minutes from the March 16th meeting. I guess the first item tonight is a recent matter, whether or not to change the date of our meeting, which is currently scheduled for April 30th. There is apparently another meeting scheduled that night for the political debate. There has been some thought that perhaps we could switch our meeting, so I'd like to know what folks think about that. Yes, Mr. Mayor.
I'll start out by, I reached out to the people hosting the other event, and their input is we should absolutely not change our event. They have not finalized theirs, and they're just talking about starting it a little bit later. Also, it's a debate between the one candidate who will show up, so I just reached out, he said he's not in a position to universally make that recommendation or to say that that's what's going to happen, but they're going to have their meeting tomorrow night as they're finalizing things, and his input to me was you guys should not change your meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yes, Perry.
There are also 2 other spaces in the Roosevelt that they could utilize, depending on how many people they anticipate coming.
They will be doing it at theirs. It's an Elks hosted event, so they'll be doing it at the Elks Club.
What's at the Elks? Oh, so
Yeah.
that's what, so it's not at the Roosevelt, it's actually.
No, it's an Elks. It's not a conflict of locale. It's just they have that scheduled. They've been looking at doing that on the 30th.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure they won't. I could reach out to them, but I'm sure they won't be interested in having it someplace else.
No, if they have it, if they do it at the Elks and people want to attend that, then that just cuts ours a little shorter, so that's okay. I'm fine with that.
Okay. Myrna, do you have an opinion on that? What am I doing?
Yeah, no, after some of the emails that were sent today and what the mayor just said, I think we should just stick with what we've been advertising and go with it. And I had somebody contact me who was like, oh boy, what are we going to eat? And seemed to think there'd be a huge draw to that one. But it sounds like they may not even have it that night. So let's just roll with it.
Okay, great.
I did declare, my understanding is they're going to plan on having it. They're just going to have a delayed start to it, like 7 to 8. And so.
That'd be great.
Great.
Okay. Then that's one less thing to worry about. So I think that this evening we just need to finalize what's happening on the 30th and who will do what, so that we are not stumbling over our feet that afternoon. My recollection is that we had agreed to meet at 3 o'clock at City Hall that afternoon to talk about the last possibilities. Am I correct?
Is it at City Hall or is it gonna be down there?
I remember it at City
City
Hall,
Hall.
and that should be in the minutes, but Mer, do you remember? Or
Yeah,
Tara?
it was City Hall at 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and then we were gonna go over at 4 to get set up.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, so we'll
And-
meet here at 3 and then go over to the Roosevelt
Yeah.
and set everything up. All right, good,
All right, I will get that reserved on the calendar, so.
excellent. I did receive an email today from Lonnie at the clerk's office wanting to have a little more information so she could put it on the city website. I've given her what I thought was relevant, and if I screwed up, it probably won't matter.
you could give her that too, so.
That's a great idea. Thank you. We'll give her one of these posters that Joanne put together. She
Yeah.
printed those. Marcy, thank you for bringing those.
She just dropped those off. She kept a batch, Joanne did, to take to the business owners and homeowners in the URD herself and do some hand delivering, which I thought was great.
That is great, yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Are those the ones that Kate had put together?
Yeah.
And yep. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I was hoping those were getting publicized.
Yep, so these are here, so we can each take a batch and disperse at will, if that works. Did you
Awesome.
do that, Tara?
Are those different ones, or are those all the?
Those are all,
Should be all the same.
yeah.
So I got feedback from council that was greatly concerned about this,
Oh,
Yes.
really?
because the event was the urban renewal.
Right.
And what they were saying is if we're advertising it as this, it's us trying to obfuscate and hide that we're talking about the urban renewal district, and people from the urban renewal district won't show up, and then they'll cry foul. So my understanding is this is only one of the flyers, and there is another one that advertises urban renewal, but we need to make sure that as we're communicating that,
Sure.
that
Right.
gets communicated out there.
I believe
Oh,
that
oh.
the agreement was that the URA was going to reach out to the North Community Entrance Urban Renewal District owners to make sure that they knew about the meeting and what was going to be covered. Drew? Yes?
I
No?
think Joanne, other than Joanne mentioning that she was gonna go visit, at least all the businesses, in that area, that's what she talked about today when she was visiting, so.
Joanne, I know Joanne hoped to be able to send out an email to all of the property owners in that area, but apparently the city doesn't have the emails for those folks, and so that's not happening.
We requested it from the state last time, and they wouldn't give it to us.
They wouldn't give it to us.
No, all the
They had it, but
all the
they, it's
property
secret.
owners.
Well, if you go in and look them up one by one in cadastral,
Yeah.
but a lot of times that's physical mailing addresses, it's where they're
Right.
sending the tax statement.
Right.
Right,
We should, like I said, none of us have a time machine, so we can't fix this, but my recollection of the last meeting, we talked about the URD, and there was this conversation about,
thank you.
should we also do something at the end about the Rocky Fork? It was an also ran, it was a PS.
Yes,
And
it
this
was.
event is coming out, and it's 75% that, and then it's very around, oh yeah, and we'll also talk about the urban renewal district. So,
Yeah.
there's, the people who are calling foul on this have basis,
Oh, yeah.
and we just need to make sure we are doing what we can to message it properly online.
I did specify when I sent the information to Lonnie to put on the city website that the first half of the meeting is concerned with the north entrance to Red Lodge and the urban renewal district and what it is and what does that mean and how and what are some of the opportunities in that area. And then there will be a break, and then we'll talk about Rocky Fork. I'm hoping that people will read that.
It
Well, then
was,
maybe we need to, go ahead, Marina.
oh, sorry. I thought that the newspaper article was very clear about that. And
I thought,
we had talked about that at the last URA meeting, but remember then we had another meeting scheduled to talk about details of it. And, there were only a couple people there. And that's when Kate said, I really don't have a lot of information. I don't think it's going to take that long. And so then we'll break and then we'll head into this other stuff. So, yeah, I'm sorry, Mayor, if, you didn't know as much about it, but that was kind of the way things went with the meeting after the URA meeting.
Yeah, and if this is the only thing people call and yell at me on, we'll be in good shape, but it won't be, so we're good.
So,
And I think, I
For sure.
remember our discussion regarding that, when we heard that we would be including the Rocky Fork property, we thought, well, that will bring more people to the whole meeting, the first half of which is dedicated to the north entrance. So I think it will work out.
But as long as we have it, like, posted when people come in the front door, maybe we need to schedule an event or an agenda that's really big on a whiteboard or a flip chart or something. As they walk in, of like, this is what we're gonna do.
is this gonna be a recorded public meeting?
This isn't a,
Public meeting.
so this isn't a city meeting, other than we've certainly been advertised, so that's kind of the part that scares me, is this talks about, we're gonna see a slideshow. Nobody, I mean, I don't know how we just do it as a disclaimer, but nobody from the city, they could come and propose the Taj Mahal, and I'm not saying they will, but the reality is, they're gonna come and present something to the entire community, and the community is gonna say, this is a done deal, this is a, and so we're gonna have to communicate, planning board hasn't seen this, urban renewal hasn't seen this, parks hasn't seen it, the city planner hasn't seen it, the building inspector hasn't seen it. This needs to be very, very disclaimer heavy going into this, because I've even asked, is there a possibility of seeing this? And the thought that I had was, think about the first time when we saw the urban renewal, when they brought it in here.
Right.
And they had this valley of 5-story apartments all the way down, and I thought, oh, think about how far, if that had gone to the community before it got vetted by any boards, think about what that uproar would be like. And so it's like, ooh. So does that make sense? Myrna, it's just like, I know what happened with that presentation, and when they came here and this board said, no, don't go there. And we're not gonna have that opportunity on Rocky Fork. It's gonna be, ta-da! Welcome to the new ballroom.
It does make sense. I understand your worries, but, your city planner, Jeremy, is going to be there, and he has the first crack, so he can certainly make all sorts of disclaimers if he wants. Also, this meeting will be just gathering input. It's not going to be, nobody's going to say, okay, and whatever one gets the most votes, that's the one we're going to do, So I think it's just getting ideas. And I think the most important thing about talking about the Rocky Fork is they're going to be very clear about the things that cannot happen on that property. And that'll be great education for the public.
Right.
Yeah, and Jeremy's here, so we can hear that as well. And again, you're saying this is just to generate ideas, but I remember the last meeting we had in this town that was just to get ideas and throw ideas out there, and it took us 6 months to get people to stop calling people names and have conversations. So I just, if I come across as just a little bit sensitive and overly cautious, I'm just saying there's a reason.
No,
You're not paranoid though, right?
No, well, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean people aren't out to get you. But I had 3 calls on this flyer before I saw the flyer, and I saw it within 5 minutes of when it came out. But I had 3 calls real time before it went out that said, whoa, what, and that's when I reached out and kind of said, yikes. And we don't have a time machine, so let's just play it the best we can from here.
Well, honestly, to throw my 2 cents in, not that anybody asked, I don't think the flyer is appropriate for the meeting.
You don't?
No.
So would you prefer that we not put them up?
I think it's gonna create more confusion than, because people coming to the meeting after seeing this flyer are coming expecting to see a presentation about
Rocky Fork.
the south entrance, not the north entrance.
Yeah.
I mean, there's literally, and maybe I'm not reading it right.
It does talk about Rocky Fork.
It says an overview of maybe if it was maybe if it was flipped, in an overview of the recently completed project for the North Community Entrance Urban Renewal District, instead of the will also will be the Rocky Fork.
Correct.
I mean, the primary purpose of this meeting has been hijacked, I guess is how I read this. And I agree with the mayor that people are really sensitive to things being presented as a done deal before they're.
Or a surprise, because people do not respond well to surprises
No.
in general.
And honestly, none of us, including Myrna, I believe, have seen a revised presentation from KSU Tao.
Right.
The last one we saw was the one we saw last
December.
December 2nd.
So I think,
The news, to Myrna's point, the newspaper article I thought was on.
Yeah, I know that, and everything on the Facebook, I mean, social media, that's all been on, but a lot of people aren't social media users. A lot of people aren't gonna go to the website because they're not big-time computer users. This is gonna be hanging in doorways and windows around town, and this may be the only input that people get. So I think we should just ask for it to be edited.
be edited or just,
You're saying don't put versions of this out as is.
Right.
More than is already out there. 'Cause
Right.
this is already out there. We can't, the feathers have flown on the wind. We can't get them back.
I know, but
So-
it's out there to select few, not the general public, so.
What
so
about,
do you think we
what
should,
about taking I mean, like, I wrote that newsletter. What about just putting that whole text onto Red Lodge Buzz? Maybe there's another post, like, just to clarify, just to get that out, because I know a lot of people see the paper, but not everybody. So that would be a little bit more information, just what, I'm not saying that's the end all be all, but one more way to, I mean, I just respect the mayor's opinion, like, he's been through the ringer, and we don't want to, there's wise advice.
If you wrote that, not the paper, then I think we're clear to do that. Just copy the text and put that directly on the website.
I sent it out to a few people for just review before I sent it to the paper. But I could probably tonight send it around to the whole board, and somebody could post it on, I guess I could post it on the
No, wait, I can get it on the city. I can get it on the city website from that. I was going back and pulling it from the text, but if you just want to forward me what you sent to them, I'll get that online in the morning. And what we will do is we'll put it on the calendar. The calendar event will have a link. People can read it. Then I'm much less worried about the flyer, although I don't know that it's a bad idea to not continue to spread the other unless we can do some quick. And I hate to shut somebody down because somebody put some more. I don't know who did this, but they've put a lot of work. And in fairness, this is going to draw people.
Beautiful flyer.
But we, at the very least, the bottom paragraph needs to be first and twice as bold a font as the Rocky Fork does.
Right.
well, and I would take out completed, because when I read an overview of the recently completed project, that tells me, oh, it's done.
Yeah, the buildings are
So-
there.
This is a done deal, and people will absolutely
I would take that out.
accept of that.
I will be happy to edit this and put it on the Red Lodge Buzz.
Do we know who, did you do this, or was this you?
I think Kate
Kate
did this
that.
flyer.
Yeah, that's my understanding.
But I have been posting on Red Lodge Buzz,
Yep.
and so I can,
I don't want to castigate anybody for this getting out there, because it doesn't accomplish,
Nope.
but it's, how do we best mitigate it going forward?
Mhm.
Can I make
I
a
don't think we
comment?
should. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
All you, Tara.
so I might be able, Kate did it, I might be able to edit it. I certainly can reach out to her. My only frustration with this is that we sent it out a long time ago, asked for input, and nobody said a word, on all of these things. Like, it's just hard when we're trying to move forward with things and then we don't get any feedback. And now at the 11th hour, so not trying to scold. I'm just
Myrna,
saying.
I totally,
I'm just back
I
on
hear
it,
you.
as the newspaper article got sent out for feedback and input, and it looked great. And I remember seeing that and saying, look great, and seeing several other people look great. This flyer, I never saw anything about this until this went out, and it was like it was a done deal. And I don't know how many other people had seen that, because this was out of left field.
Well, I think, I mean, I feel bad. Like I have been on the road for 4 weeks, and now I'm on the road again today. So like I have not been very, so I think Myrna has a point. Like we have, and I know Joanne's been traveling, like we're, you know, that's like Red Lodge people travel. So I don't know. It's true, Myrna. I think you're right. And I guess that's just how it is. I think we have a good plan to go forward and rectify the situation. It's not like the mayor says, we're moving forward. We can't go back in the time machine. It's all good.
I do agree. If you're worried about the flyer, I say don't put them out. You know, if you already copied them, not a huge loss. Let me see if I can get them changed and corrected. Either I will or Kate will, and we'll get them over to you as soon as we can.
Okay. And in the meantime, I will revise this a little bit, cut it down, and then put it back on the Red Lodge Buzz.
And to be clear, this does not need a mayor sign off. In fact, I mean, with that, there's other people here who kind of waited. By the way, I don't think you were one of the people who called me that day when this went out, were you? I forget. I can't remember who one of them was because it was council. But yeah, it's not that it needs a mayor. I just want the group to be collectively assigned that, yeah, that's what we were trying to do. So.
Okay. Thank you, Myrna. Let me know how it's going and what you need. She's mute. We need it.
Oh, she's there.
She's there.
I'm just reading your email again, Myrna, from March 23rd, and the details for the meeting look great, but I'm not finding the flyer.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's moot. We will not hang these up.
I'm trying to figure out how.
Maybe we can print on the back side.
Yeah, it's like, how could we fold it to like still have it usable? But
I don't like the completed. I want that word on letter. But
anyway.
Yeah. My hunch is that the word is out and people will come to this meeting. Because there's food at 5 and for no other reason, but that will be fine. And I think it's incumbent upon us to be really clear. This is visioning. This is looking at what could be. This is not what anybody or any group has decided. This is for the community to speak and let it be known what they want, what they think, what they would like to see.
You taking notes, Jeremy?
Yeah, I mean, we had a meeting a few weeks ago with the group, kind of talk about what we were going to do for the meeting. So, I mean, I think I'm already queued up on what the plan is.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I plan on using a lot of wiggle words in the introduction to you, Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of what words?
Wiggle words.
What kind of word?
Wiggle.
Oh, wiggle.
Oh, you mean vague?
Vague.
Not non-committal. Non-committal.
Because we're going to show people that have paid very little attention or perhaps no attention at all, that are property owners on the north end, that we're going to build something on their property. Is how it will look to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Yeah, we're not condemning it. We're not.
But that's going to bring up a whole lot of other issues. But that's the way it will appear. Is like, oh, well, wait a minute, that's my land. You know.
Great.
And we're also going to say that it's only going to be housing, which we'll talk more about that at the planning board meeting when we are talking about zoning.
I don't think it says only housing, does it?
No, but I heard that the last meeting, someone being taken to task for a police station potentially being built there. So,
Gotcha.
you know, we got to get on the same page, guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's, and I think I heard Kate say that at the end of their presentation. And we're certainly not close.
Well, and I think and reassuring people that nothing is decided, that their input is desired, and you have to say that more than once.
Yes.
Because people won't hear it the first time or the second time.
Repeatedly.
Exactly. So that's your job, Jeremy, to make it so that people really hear it. Good luck.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's part of so leading into the URD presentation from Kansas State, part of my brief presentation after my introduction, after I get introduced, is to talk about what the URD can and can't do, right? So the URD is not developing property. You are not developing land. You're not a developer. You are an incentive program to incentivize development and help develop infrastructure, help pay for infrastructure development for a project, right? The only thing the Kansas State thing does is it provides a document for the city and for potential developers, right, to use to potentially do a project. That's all it is. Until a developer steps forward and says, hey, we want to do something, you don't have a project because the city's not going to the city is not going to do a project. Now, the city could purchase land with the URD funds. That is one of the tasks. So, I mean, there is the opportunity for the city to negotiate with one of these landowners to potentially purchase land, to then then you could go through the RFP process to get a developer to develop a project, right? That sort of thing. But the city and the URD are not developing a project. So that needs to be clear that these are just concepts right out of the gate. This is just concepts. A developer could buy one of those lots and he could do something completely different, right? And they just need to apply to the city URD, follow the process in your documents for funds if they want to try to use URD funds to install infrastructure or that sort of thing with their project, right? If it meets all the criteria and the city wants to fund that, then you can, right? Just because these concepts are out there doesn't mean that whatever gets developed there has to follow that plan. It's just an idea is all it is.
Okay.
Thank you.
That sounds perfect.
And then once we're done with that, I mean, Jason Saylor and I are planning on doing an introduction to the Rocky Fork. That's where the presentation on our end, I think, kind of came in a little bit, was Jason Saylor and I were going to put together a brief PowerPoint that just talks about the history of the site, how we got from here to here, essentially, and this is where we're at. And then at that point, we would turn it over to Kate to essentially start the process, that public input process on what to do. And part of that, basically the last slide or last discussion in my presentation would be to talk about what we can and can't do with the property because of the FEMA restrictions, right?
Right. Okay. That sounds good too. And we will have a break between the north and the south.
That'd be good.
And Kate had said she's going to have some, 12 by 24, basically maps that people can draw on, move things around, consider. So I think, and those will be handed out during the break, not before.
Good plan.
I think it's going to be exciting. I think
No, it'll be good.
I have received several interesting emails from folks saying, what about this and what about this? So I think it should go well as long as we are clear that nothing is decided.
Mm-hmm.
So what else do we need to talk about the meeting? Do we want an agenda at the door? I do have a big whiteboard if you want. I don't want to write on it because my writing is so bad, but somebody with good writing, somebody who went to engineering school or something, could put the agenda on the whiteboard right at the door as folks come in. Do you want to do that?
Have you never seen an engineer's writing?
Hey, my writing's good. Come on now.
I don't, go ahead.
No, I think it'd be really good just to be a visual of people walking in the door, realizing what they're.
I will bring my whiteboard.
We could print out
I think,
agendas too, but
printed and have at least a couple copies at
Yeah.
the table. Not everybody pays attention when they walk.
Maybe
in the
one on
room.
each table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do whiteboard and, enough printed.
Just so people are very aware of what they're getting into at the meeting.
Yeah, okay. What else? Joanne has offered to furnish all the food. She's willing to go get it. I've asked her, please, if she wants help, to let one of us know, and we'll step in. She will want, of course, help putting it all out.
I can do that.
I think that's,
That's not a problem.
yeah.
And I'm guessing that when we meet at 3 o'clock on that day, when we meet here, we can put that all into place. She has plates, she's got cups, so I think we're well provided for.
Yeah, as long as, and I think she has communicated with Roosevelt how she wants it set up.
She has,
Then
round
that will go
table.
quick, so.
So as far as communicating with Roosevelt too, we have all of the presentation materials that, they'll need.
Kate is bringing all of that.
Okay. And
Joanne wanted to have a printout of the 4 goals of the Urban Renewal Agency, which I don't have off the top of my head, but, we could do that if it seems necessary. I don't want to distract people too much, so maybe that would be an overload.
No, I don't disagree with that. I think maybe we need a poster of that in this room, so we always
A big poster,
so we're always mindful about what the 4 goals are.
right. So if we forget, we can look.
Yep, exactly. Circle back.
Okay, why don't I will see that, I will get, Circle 7 to do us a big poster.
Yeah, I think that was Jeremy's idea.
It's
Not
a-
Jeremy
it's a great
Fabus, Jeremy Bells,
Okay,
at that last meeting. He brought that up.
You could also just put it, start putting it at the top of all of your agendas and just make it a part of your agenda.
That's a
Two.
great idea.
oh, brilliant, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just make it a part of your agenda and
I like that.
Okay, so let's just do that.
Then you wouldn't have to build a poster, it would just be built into to that meeting.
Yeah, oh, there you go,
Already there.
just put it on, that
Mhm.
agenda, so.
Okay, I can do that.
Myrna, I just saw you request. Did you have something you wanted to share?
Yeah, well, I just finished reworking that invite and I just emailed it to all. I could just share it real quick if you want.
Sure.
You have you have permission.
Okay. Just give me 1 second here. Well,
Come over, give you more room over here.
okay. Are you guys gonna be able to see this okay? I'll try to make it a little
Yeah.
bigger too.
Yeah.
Okay, so I changed this part right here.
I like that, that reads well. Yep, yep.
Okay, and then down here, go ahead and read that, and if it's good, we can run with it.
What is the top, have up top again?
Yeah, that's good.
I mean,
Much
Myrna,
better.
I would just say you might want to just tweak it a little bit and say we will also share it instead of create a vision. That sounds final, because as
Okay.
I understand it, you're gathering ideas for
Use the word
possible.
Okay,
share
well-
instead of create.
So it's not a
do
Do
final.
it more like up here, more about give input instead of create a vision.
Yeah, I would say give input, because creative vision sounds a little
Okay.
final, but there will be gathering input.
I would
Don't
say
have it,
we will
exact
we
words.
will gather input
yeah.
For
for possible
reuse.
reuse of the former Rocky Fork Inn property.
Okay,
I vote for that.
all good?
What was your magic word that you didn't like in there? Is it gone now?
Yes.
Completed,
Yep, I took that out.
Completed
recently completed. Because that
project.
sounds like it's done.
Well, and she's referencing what KSU tab recently
I get it.
completed.
Yeah,
You know,
but
you're,
The innocent reader of this would
isn't
not.
gonna know that, right?
Yeah. Okay, so how can we get these printed out and posted?
Where did these come from? Who printed these?
Joanne?
And she's
in
on, so
Canada.
that means it's on you.
Wait, it's on Joanne. She's in Bozeman, I'll tell her.
Oh, ask her if she's got input or who she talked to, and we'll just give them an update.
I'm sure she had them done at Circle 7.
Junction.
Junction
Junction
7.
7.
Yeah.
Circle 17, Junction 7.
Yeah, I know, I have problems with those.
Oh, I do too, I have to think about it.
Yeah,
We have
me too.
Does the city have an account at Junction 7?
This would be, I'm assuming this got paid for out of URD funds the first time,
She may have paid for it on
She probably
Parker.
paid for it.
or if we're doing it, we can pay for it out of URD funds, is my understanding.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah, find out what she did, and then, yeah.
I will ask. And I'll tell her, Myrna, how will you send that out to all of us? Or
Yep,
you would send
I
that to
had-
Jo-
No, I'm sending it to everybody. I just pulled up the email I sent about 5 minutes ago, and I'm saying, use this flyer. This is the one that's final.
I'll tell Joanne that's coming.
She may have printed it herself, but, you know, it looks like it's professional.
So yeah, the 634, and so there's a new one coming out after that one, and right? Did you just say you're sending out another one?
Yes, sorry, I have a lot of tabs open. Yeah, I'm sending it, and I'm changing the subject line to final flyer for April 30th.
Great.
Final until next time.
Oh, stop, we're not meeting again, it'll be
No.
fine.
No, I'm just saying until 1, 3 minutes, you know, that's kind of it.
We can still change it.
Great. So Joanne goes ahead and prints that. Can we folks see that it gets put up in town?
Oh, yeah,
Great.
I know somebody will put it at Sylvan Peak, I mean.
Yep, well, that's why she came to me, and I'll take the one down that I did put up, so.
Just cross out some of it.
I get it, exactly. That's why I was trying to figure out how to like creatively fold it to make it work, but.
I'm not sure it can be
Yeah, I don't
done.
know.
We'll do the walk down Broadway.
Is there anything else regarding the April 30th meeting that we need to cover? No. Knowing that we will meet at 3 o'clock on April 30th, we'll meet here and finish everything up then.
What happens after the April 30th meeting? Is there will we meet soon after that and compile any ideas or public input or?
I guess that's up to us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But in fairness, it's nice to set those expectations when you have the meeting.
Yeah.
Here's what's next after this meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Here's what we'll be doing, and so that's kind of,
yeah, I think it came up at the meeting last December. I think we need to present something to the planning board, that's really our role, is to make recommendations.
to the planning board.
To the
Yep.
planning boards, make recommendation,
Mm-hmm.
following up on what we've done.
Would you be willing to give the final speech
At-
with that information? Here's what comes.
At this meeting, at the April 30th.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Correct.
So you'll open it and close it.
No, yeah, that's fine.
Parentheses.
Yep.
That would be great.
As long as I'm not parenthetically speaking. Yeah.
Well, I think it'd be good to like say, well, here's our, here's our
Yes.
steps where we move on. This is not a done deal at all that we, as a committee, move on to the planning board.
Well, I will also mention our upcoming meeting in May, which I'm going to assume we're going to meet, our normal meeting will happen in May, even though we're doing this, that, the public is invited to come
Absolutely.
and during their portion, give, public comment.
So you could mention that when you give this, your final Shakespearean speech.
Okay,
Noted, right?
noted.
Great. Okay. Anything else for April 30th? Myrna, Tara, Jeremy?
I just want to say, like, I am supposed to be out of town that day, so I won't be there. If there's talk of my plans changing, but right now I'm still not planning on not supposed to be around because I have a work meeting in Glasgow that day, so probably won't be around.
That's a long trip back.
Yeah. Okay. Jeremy, it sounds like you're all set on what you're gonna say and do.
Yeah, I'll get with, I was gonna wait for this meeting tonight, but tomorrow I'll send an email to Jason Saylor over DEQ and we'll get our presentation on the Rocky Fork stuff ready this week and be ready.
Great.
Yeah,
Super.
and just to clarify, the meeting at City Hall at 3 is so that we can run through, just make sure everybody knows what they're doing and when, and just kind of do a quick dry run through on the presentation.
Yeah.
And Jeremy may not be here. Jeremy, what time are you planning on getting to town that day?
I'm gonna drive over in the morning, so I should be there. My plan is to be in town by 1 or 2 o'clock, so probably 2 o'clock by the time I stop for lunch and somewhere.
And I'm pretty sure Kate will be there, will be here by then. Is she coming with someone else?
Yeah, Leslie is her colleague who's coming with her, and they're flying in Wednesday afternoon. So they'll be around, and if there's anything else you need, we could potentially meet with somebody in the morning. So I do need to talk to Kate because she mentioned also having like a breakfast, opportunity for people to stop and have a cup of coffee and give some input, kind of like we did the last time.
So she's coming in on Wednesday afternoon. Our meeting is Thursday.
Right.
Okay, then that should be plenty of time.
Do you know if she's gonna be here Friday as well, or?
She leaves Friday morning, but I think she thought they might have enough time that we could do that, meet and greet on Friday morning too.
Oh, we did last, okay.
And where would we like to have that?
Last time we did it at Cattail Bakery, and that worked out pretty well.
They'll be open, it's a Thursday.
Sure.
Thursday,
That's probably a good location.
Friday. Yeah, it'll be Friday, thank you.
Okay, so let's plan on that. Any other details? Anything we're forgetting? Okay. All right. In that case, is there any old business? Yes, Mr. Mayor.
I don't know if this is really old business, but, I do see under written correspondence, petitions, and communications from the audience, so I'll shut up until we get there. I just to remind you, we do have several people online, so
Yes.
just if
Thank
you will
you.
please remember to allow for public comment.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to make, that's probably an item we need to add to agendas and this public comment. I'll show you an example of a different agenda.
Do we have a treasurer's report?
No.
Do we have a
No.
treasurer? All right. Then, is there any written correspondence before we go to the folks online? No? So,
And in the room, too.
Yes, yes.
I won't forget you, I promise. Would you like to go first?
It's very, very minor, but you were talking about putting one agenda on each of the tables. There'll be approximately 8 people at those tables. It's nice to have more than one.
You're right. I'll do more than one. How many would be good?
6,
3?
5.
5, okay.
A little bit to share.
Yeah,
People like to take notes on them or,
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
You're
that's
right.
a good point. Even 8 wouldn't be,
yeah, eight would not be unrealistic.
That's a great suggestion, thank you. Anything else?
And yeah, as I'm scribbling on my agenda here.
And me too,
Yeah.
actually.
No,
All
that's
right.
all for me. Now, online, onward for online.
Okay,
I have one. This is Don.
yes,
Uh, just to educate this old planner. What's a URD? Explain a URD.
It's the urban
Urban-
renewal districts.
Oh, okay.
Is what URD stands for.
Okay.
And in conjunction
want-
with the urban renewal district that was set up, there was a TIF district for a tax increment financing district set up
Right.
along with that, that collects funds that can be used for urban renewal projects. So redevelopment.
I've read all the urban renewal plan. When you kept saying URD and that's all we're going to do, and I thought you were tying it into the Rocky Fork property, and I couldn't understand that.
No, they're two separate things. The URD portion of the meeting will be on the Kansas state stuff, and then the Rocky Fork.
That's what I thought, but I just wanted to make clarification because you were mixing the two up, and I just couldn't understand that.
Yep.
thank you for bringing that up.
yeah, thank you for bringing that up, because that helps us know how much clearer we have to be at the meeting, so folks understand. Is there anything else you would like to convey to us? If not, thank you, thanks for being here. Okay, is there any other business?
I mean, maybe we should mention just the tennis court project that is going on down.
Oh, that is in the UR.
It is in the
Yeah.
URD, and they are working on, they've got I should have brought it, I don't have it, but I could forward it. They've got, and you probably know about it, the plans for the courts themselves, and the engineering plan is done for that field. They're working on plans for the sidewalks and such all the way around it, and
Yep.
parking, and expecting to have that project complete by September. So it's.
Wait. Let's back up. You're planning to have what done by
The
September?
tennis court project over by the school.
No,
No?
not this September.
No, next September, you're
Meaning
right.
a year from September.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not even in the budget yet, so
Yeah.
that's not going to
A
happen.
little premature.
Oh,
It-
yeah, I'm like thinking a year ahead, sorry about that.
That's what I was
Yeah.
checking.
No, it's a year from now, September.
Would you want to bring that up at the meeting?
Maybe not this meeting, the community input meeting, but, our next meeting.
Okay,
I think the question is on the 30th, when we're talking about possibly good things happening in the URD. Is that something worth mentioning?
It might be. I mean, I don't even know, it's not even like on the part of the URD, because they haven't even applied for URD funding or anything.
Yeah.
I know they've applied for resort tax funding, but not anything through the URD.
I think let's not muddy it up anymore.
Yeah.
just maybe a little early to
Exactly.
bring that up and get people worked up about it.
Right,
It's going to be done September.
not to September. Maybe we could have started another rumor.
Well, that's why I jumped in there, sorry.
Yeah.
No, helpful, thank you.
You mean like having a gazebo in the Rocky Fork Park,
Well, see, I stopped a rumor the other day that the hockey rink was going where
Rocky Fork Park?
they tore down the building in the middle of town.
Just for the record, I did approach the county and ask them, if they had an idea of how much they take for the property. So it's nothing but an abstract idea, but you're always looking at every idea that's out there. But
It was funny, I was like, oh.
And the
so-
mayor, with a glint in his eye, did say maybe that would be a good spot for the hockey.
Yeah,
So that's how rumors get started.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you get this, you listen with 6 different sets of ear about, I know how this person's gonna hear it and that person and
Mhm.
this group, so you try.
But it is a good thing that's happening within the URD to make that entrance to Coal Miners Park, look really, really nice.
Mhm.
And have, tennis courts there and the entrance.
And the whole parking lot is going to be
Mhm.
taken
No,
care
it's
of.
not gonna all be paved. It is gonna be, it's, we're gonna work on the drainage, and we're talking about putting a paved road on the side that goes in and around,
Perfect.
and curb and gutter.
Mhm.
And if anybody goes out there right now, you're gonna see that there's a bunch of heavy equipment there, because we've evacuated some of the heavy equipment from the Public Works building in the current. We didn't want to be doing that while they were staging stuff, so if you go down there, you may see some heavy equipment and stuff.
Gotcha. Noted.
I would say at this point, if I were a betting man, I would say there is better than a 50% chance that the resort tax meeting is not going to happen tomorrow night. But we may also end up having a community meeting. We'll evaluate where things are tomorrow, and that'll be the command center hosting that, but we may be accommodating that too, so
That makes more sense.
I'll keep you posted.
Great. Anything else from anybody?
Okay, I just have a little bit of a thought that just to share, like when we were talking about the purpose of this meeting and the purpose of the Urban Renewal District, you know, the reason why we did this whole project with KSU TAB was because we wanted to have a more clear vision of what the community wanted for this space. So we had the district established, but we did get one application for funding, and we didn't have a lot of input from the community as far as what people wanted in that district and what it could be, what the possibilities were. So I guess I just wanted to share that memory of our conversations, and then when Myrna brought this proposal, like we could have some help with a vision for this, and then that's what KSU TAP did for us. So I mean, you know, like I understand we want to downplay, like this is not a done deal, this is not, you know, but it is important. Like we wanted to do it. It's a highly valuable project, and the results, we all spent a ton of time beating the bushes to get input when they came in May. And this is the summary of all of that input. So I think that's just important. I don't know, maybe you all share that and it didn't need to be said, but I guess I just wanted to say that.
Thanks, Tara. I think it is important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing it up. If there are no other comments and no other business for the evening, I will adjourn the meeting of the Urban Renewal Agency.
Thanks.
Thank you, Meg.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye,
Thanks for
everyone.
doing those flyers.